Hi, welcome to Unspoken History. I'm reading another quote from my book, Amid the Twisted History, an American Negro Story. This is page 62, and these are quotes by Abraham Lincoln. The reason I chose this one is because I found the same quote in an article called Unpaid Labor. It uses the quote that I'm about to read. All right, it said the next quote is by Abraham Lincoln from Lectures on Discoveries, Inventions and Improvements on February 11th, 1859. I have already intimated my opinion that in world's history, certain inventions and discoveries occur of a particular value on account of their great efficiency in facilitating all other inventions and discoveries. The discovery of America in 1492 and the first patent law in 1624. The two other especially important events, Mr. Lincoln states, are the Lutheran Reformation of 1517 and the creation of the Negros in 1434. Okay, now, this article says um, that he mentions the invention of the Negroes in 1434 along with the art of writing and the printing press patent laws and the Protestant Reformation as the foundation of the greatest nation in the world. The invention statement is startling unless one knows the history of unpaid labor contributions. We know that Lincoln did, but why did he use the term invention? Why did he use the date 1434? We know from history that slavery existed long before 1434, but before 1434, it was based upon conquest, on war, or even consent. It carried no racial or ethnic stigma. However, all of that changed in 1434. Professor Stephen B. Smith of Yale University offers some insight into the work entitled Lincoln's Enlightenment. It is a chapter in the book Principles and Prudence in Western Political Thought by Christopher Lynch and Jonathan Marks. Professor Smith says that in 1434, the Portuguese started the modern slave trade by capturing Africans and selling them in Spain. Okay, there were Africans on the continent. Actually, these Portuguese were probably black. Okay, so it wasn't about black or white, but it was about picking a certain group of people and deeming them slaves wherever you found them. Because I cannot believe that they were looking and saying, well, those are some different kind of black people. They don't look like these black people over here. So those are going to be slaves. But God knew. God knew he wanted to spend them last 500 years subjects to another people. Because it wasn't all black people. It's not a black and white thing. Let's not forget that. Okay, so it said the Portuguese started the modern slave trade by capturing Africans and selling them in Spain. After Europe's conquest, the reason why I keep stopping is because the Moors were ruling Spain around this time, and they probably, in 1430s, of course, they weren't done being expelled. And so, this is a religious war. And so the people that they were enslaving were Israelites. Okay. God is not a liar. I believe the words that he said because I've proven them to be true. So if he said that his people, because of their evil and wickedness, are going to go into another slavery like Egypt, then that's what happened. And it said every nation would participate. All of them, the blacks, the whites, everybody would participate in the final enslavement of God's people. Okay? So it says that when the category of Negro was created to describe the enslaved group, so Lincoln's phrase, the invention of the Negro, hints at a new kind of slavery based on racial categories and distinctions, which themselves are inventions. Yeah. They are inventions so massive that the unpaid labor system that resulted would become the indispensable factor and the United States of America becoming the most successful nation in modern history. This is the story of unpaid labor. This is the story of contributions. This is the story that lets us know how important the unpaid labor system and the people that labored in it were to the birth, growth, and survival of the most successful nation in modern history.